Multiplying and dividing fractions. Multiplication of fractions occurs straight across. Be careful with that word, straight across. Let's just say straight. Numerator to numerator and denominator to denominator. To divide, you can use cross multiplication or inverted dividing fraction to convert to multiplication. Let's try to simplify 2/3 times a half divided by 1/4. So, copying down our problem, 2/3 times a half divided by 1/4. Okay. Notice, we can carry off to the side real quick. 2/3 times 1/2. Once again, multiplying straight. 2 times 1, 2. 3 times 2, 6. And let's try to simplify. Keep in mind, we're trying to find common multiples that we can simplify with. Let's see. 2 is an even number, 6 is an even number also. So therefore, both of them are multiples of 2. So we can divide by 2. Notice, you can use division or you can convert to a multiplication also. We can say 2 times one number gives us 2 and 2 times one number gives us 6. Or 2 divided by 2 is 1 and 6 divided by 2 is 3. Likewise, opposite, 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 3, 6. Okay, so once again, let's notice that we just combined 2/3 times a half and it gave us 1/3. So we have 1/3 is now divided by 1/4. That is the remaining portion of our expression. 1/3 divided by 1/4. So let's try with method number 1, which is cross multiplication. So for cross multiplication, 1/3 divided by 1/4. Just copying it so you can see it again. Okay, cross multiplication is just as it implies. For division, we're multiplying across. We're always starting with the 1 on top times the 4 on the bottom. And then we go to the 3 times the 1 on the second one. Our answers likewise become across. So 1 times 4 gives us 4. And 3 times 1 gives us 3. So our answer in this case so far is 4/3, according to method number 1, which is cross multiplication. Okay, let's try method number 2, which is inverted multiplication. Let's recopy the original problem that we had of 1/3 divided by 1/4, the intermediate step. Okay, so in this case, rather than using division, we're going to convert it to multiplication. Keep in mind, we want to use a big dot instead of an x, because we're going to start using variables. And the x will be confused with the multiplication, so we don't want to do that. So use a big dot. Big dot. 1/3 times 4 over 1. Notice that the 1/4, we flipped the fraction. It was 1 over 4, it's now 4 over 1. This is what we call the reciprocal. Notice that 1/3 remains in the same format as before. 1 over 3 times 4 over 1 is now a multiplication instead of a division. Okay, so 1 times 4 gives us 4. 3 times 1 gives us 3. So our answer, 4/3. Notice we got the same value as with method number 1. Both methods should give you the same value at the end once you've completely simplified. 4 divided by 3 or 4/3. Notice we try dividing. 4 divided by 3, we're going to get a decimal value, 1.333. But we don't want to simplify in this case. We want the exact value of 4/3. There's our answer. Well, let's see. Can you simplify any further? Well, in order to see if we can simplify any further, this brings us into prime numbers, which are numbers that are only multiples of 1 and itself. Here's a list of numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Whoops, missed the 18. But it should be included there if you want to. 19, etc. So on and so forth. Quick check. Let's find out which ones are prime numbers and which ones are not prime numbers. Let's see, multiples of 1, or should we say 1. 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times 1 times 1 is 1, and we can continue going on forever. All of these multiples give us a 1. So there's more than one way to get a 1 by multiplication. So this will not work. This means that 1 is not a prime number. 1 times 2 is 2. Well, this is the only form to get a 2 through multiplication. So 1 times 2 is 2, therefore this is a prime number. 3 times 1 is 3. Yeah, this is also the only way to get a 3 through multiplication. 1 times 3 gives us 3. 4, we can go 1 times 4 and get a 4, or also use 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Well, that means the 4 is not a prime number because there are multiple ways of getting a 4 through multiplication. So 4 is not a prime number. 5. Only 1 times 5 gives us a 5. 6. 1 times 6 is 6 and 2 times 3 is 6. Not a prime number. 7. 1 times 7 is 7. That's the only way to get 7. 8. 1 times 8 is 8. 2 times 4 is 8. Not a prime number since there's multiple ways of multiplying whole numbers to get an 8. 9. Not a prime number either. 10. Not a prime number either. Keep in mind 9. 1 times 9 is 9. 3 times 3 is 9. Same goes for 10. 1 times 10, 10. 2 times 5 is 10. 12. 1 times 12. 4 times 3 is 12. And 6 times 2 is 12. So there's 3 ways. 14, definitely not a prime number. 15, not a prime number. 5 times 3. And 1 times 15. 16, not a prime number. 8 times 2 is 16 and 1 times 16. 17, not a prime number. But it is a prime number. 18, which we missed in our list, is definitely not a prime number. And 19 is a prime number. You'd see quite a few more. Keep in mind, you are welcome to research or try on Google, for instance. See which are your prime numbers.